Welcome back, researchers, to the Research Guild. Today, we're diving into one of the most exciting parts of your project, choosing your research methods. This, my friends, is where the real adventure kicks off. So you've already done some of the heaviest lifting. You found a topic you're passionate about, and you've hammered it into a sharp, focused research question. Seriously, give yourself a pat on the back. That's a huge step. But now, you're ready for what comes next. You've got this brilliant question sitting in front of you. So now what? How in the world are you actually going to find the answers to it? What tools are you going to use? Which path are you going to take? Well, that's exactly what we're going to figure out together right now. Okay, so let's get into it. The best way to think about this is that you're standing at a crossroads. Your research question is your destination, way off in the distance. The path you choose to get there, that's your research method, is going to shape your entire journey. So let's look at the map. Your first big decision is a pretty major one. Are you going to be an explorer, using maps that others have already drawn to find your way? Or are you going to be a cartographer, drawing a brand new map all on your own? This is the fundamental choice between desk research and primary research. So on one side, you've got desk research, which you'll also hear called secondary research. This is all about using information that's already out there. We're talking books, articles, existing data. You're basically standing on the shoulders of the researchers who came before you. Then, on the other side, you've got primary research. This is where you become the creator. You go out and generate brand new, fresh data yourself, using tools like surveys and interviews. So, why would you want to forge your own path with primary research? Well, this is where it gets really exciting. It lets you fill in the blanks in what's already known. You can uncover insights that nobody has ever seen before, or you could even challenge some of the existing ideas out there. It's your chance to add your own unique voice to the conversation. But, and this is a big but, let's put up a little proceed with caution sign here. Primary research is almost always harder and takes way longer than you think it will. You can easily end up with a huge mountain of data that you then have to figure out how to analyze. So before you jump in, really think it through and definitely talk about your plan with your teacher. All right, so you've weighed your options, you've talked it over, and you've decided that primary research is the adventure for you. Awesome! Now it's time to open up your toolkit and see what you've got to work with. Now, there are tons of tools out there, but for most projects, you're going to be reaching for one of these three classics: surveys, interviews, or focus groups. Think of them as the big three. Each one is designed for a totally different kind of job and will get you a different kind of result. First up, the survey. At its core, it's pretty simple. A survey is just the list of written questions, a questionnaire that you give to a group of people who we call respondents. You've probably taken a million of these in your life. They are fantastic for getting a lot of information from a lot of people pretty fast. The superpower of surveys is all about speed and scale. You can get data from hundreds of people really quickly. But here's the catch. If you write just one bad question, it can mess up your data. And it can sometimes be really tough to get people to actually fill them out. Next up in our toolkit is the interview. This is a one-on-one chat that's all about going deep and getting rich, detailed information. It can be super structured, where you ask everyone the exact same questions from a script, or it can be totally unstructured, feeling more like a natural, flowing conversation. So here's the deal with interviews. They are absolutely amazing for getting detailed insights, and you can ask follow-up questions to really understand what someone thinks. The downside? Oh man, they take a lot of time, both to do the interview and to analyze it later. You're basically trading a wide view for a deep view. And our third main tool is the focus group. Now, don't think of this as just a group interview. It's something else entirely. It's a guided discussion with a small group of people. The real magic here is seeing how people talk about a topic together, how their ideas bounce off each other. The great thing about focus groups is that group dynamic. It's fantastic for sparking new ideas that you might never have thought of. But that same dynamic can be a weakness. If you get one really loud person in the group, they can influence everyone else. It takes real skill to run one of these well. Okay, so no matter which path you choose, whether it's desk research, primary research, or even a mix of both, there are some universal, non-negotiable rules of the road. These principles are what makes sure your research is good, responsible, and safe. First up, let's tackle a word you're going to hear a lot: methodology. It sounds super academic and complicated, but I promise it's not. Methodology isn't what you did, it's the why behind what you did. It's you explaining your master plan, justifying why the method you chose was the absolute best way to answer your question.
Next, let's talk validity. Here's a super simple way to think about it. You wouldn't use a ruler to measure how hot it is outside, right? You'd use a thermometer. That's validity. It's just about making sure you're using the right tool for the job, that your method is actually measuring the thing you say it's measuring.
And right alongside validity, you have its best friend, reliability. This one is all about trust. Is your research dependable? If someone else came along and followed your exact same steps, could they expect to get similar results? Reliability means your findings are consistent, and that's huge.
And finally, this might just be the most important rule of all. You need an ethical compass. Being a good researcher is about more than just getting data. It's about being a good human. That means being honest in your work, having integrity in how you do it, and most importantly, protecting the people who agree to help you with your research.
And that protection absolutely includes protecting yourself. Before you do any primary research, you have to stop and ask, am I going to be talking to strangers alone? Am I going to a place I don't know? If the answer to either of those is yes, you must talk to your teacher and have a safety plan. Your safety is number one, always.
So after all that, what's the big secret? What's the one single best method? Well, the truth is, there isn't one. The best method is the one that's a perfect match for your unique question, the time and resources you have, and the skills you feel good about using. It's your project, so it's your call.
Okay, feeling ready to start mapping out your own research adventure? To help you get started, I've put a link to some really useful worksheets right there in the description below. Go check them out. They'll really help you plan your next steps.
And hey, if this guide was helpful, why not join the guild? Just hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget this part, ring that little bell icon so you never miss out on any of our future guides. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and happy researching.